Good evening. It's Vanessa St. Louis, aka DJ Bubbles, the CEO of Black People United for Change. Right now, our main focus is on uniting the Black community here of Ontario so that we can demonstrate to the Legislative Assembly of Ontario that we want to see changes in the law, changes within the way how law enforcement, professional entities interact and react to the Black members of Ontario. You done know the Black citizens of Ontario, I should say. Today was a wonderful day. We were able to go on foot down to one of the most marginalized communities in Toronto on Eglinton East, as I mentioned before. They are marginalized, they are facing gentrification. It's really sad to see because a lot of Jamaican and African business owners occupy the spaces down there so that the Black Caribbean based people living in Toronto have a place where they could shop for food of their culture and hair accessories and what have you. And they are facing gentrification. And things like this spells discrimination, barriers, and what have you, because we don't see those things happening up at Bayview or Richmond Hill or Newmarket, only in predominantly Black neighborhoods. The purpose of our peaceful demonstration is to petition the Legislative Assembly of Ontario to implement some long needed anti Black racism laws. We initially had an online petition. However, online petitions are not eligible to be presented before the Legislative Assembly. So we've started a new petition, one which requires signatures. And we just want to thank the Eglinton Avenue West Black business diaspora for supporting this cause, which is not Black People United for Change's cause, but the entire Black community of Canada. Because when the law changes for one, it changes for all. What I wanted to do was share with you what our petition entails and what exactly the Black community is petitioning for on April the 11th inside the Legislative Assembly grounds of Ontario. So our petition to the, oh my Lord God. All right. Petition to the Legislative Assembly of Ontario. We, the undersigned, call upon the Legislative Assembly of Ontario to urgently pass a bill to implement specific laws designed to protect Black individuals living in Ontario from anti Black racism, discrimination, unjust punishment from law enforcement, exclusion, and systemic barriers. These protections are critical in addressing the long-standing, pervasive inequities that Black Ontarians continue to face. The Black community in Ontario has suffered from historical and ongoing injustices, including but not limited to racial profiling and disproportionate policing of Black individuals by law enforcement, systemic barriers in education, employment, housing, healthcare, and other essential services, the persistence of harmful stereotypes and racist attitudes that contribute to discriminatory practices in various facets of life, lack of accountability for hate crimes and violence against Black individuals, I apologize, unfair legal outcomes and overrepresentation in the justice system, including wrongful punishments and convictions. To rectify these injustices, we urge the Legislative Assembly of Ontario to enact laws that prevent and address anti Black racism through comprehensive education and awareness programs, hold law enforcement accountable for discriminatory practices with robust oversight and anti racism training, ensure fair and equitable access to all services, including healthcare, education, housing, and employment, provide reparative measures to address the ongoing impacts of systemic discrimination, establish clear penalties for individuals or organizations found to engage in racist behaviors or practices against Black people. This bill would not only affirm the dignity and humanity of Black Ontarians, but also foster an inclusive, equitable, and just society for all. So we implore the Legislative Assembly to act decisively in passing this crucial legislation to bring about real change in Ontario. And so far, thank you to the Black businesses on Eglinton Avenue West. We just want to thank the Jamaica National Bank, Treasure Isle, Randy's Patties, and more, who signed this petition in agreement that we reach down to the Legislative Assembly grounds of Ontario on April the 11th between 1 and 3 and present our petition and our demands and the changes we want to see for Black Ontarians who live here in Canada, Ontario, Canada. You done know, power to the people. A house divided will never stand. Unity is strength, and so strength is the power. To my Black community and those who support and understand the barriers that we've had to face for many years, we invite you and implore you to stand with us, to stand together as one people on April the 11th at the Legislative Assembly grounds of Ontario. I say power to the people, power to the people. Cut the tape.